And without any further ado, here is tip number 1, which involves a little trick I have to remove shelving from the wall. If you like this content, please go to calldeltosell.com, find the tab that says on YouTube, click it, and it'll open up a page of QR codes. There you can use a smartphone to scan and get to the YouTube page, or you can just mouse over and click it on a PC. There you'll be able to subscribe to this little button over here and click the notification bell so that YouTube will notify you. Thank you. Well, here is a little tip. I suspect some of y'all probably know that this is a hollow wall anchor set for a piece of shelving. And the way it works, you push that pin in and it spreads the little ears out and it holds in the hollow wall. Works pretty good. See that screw head on the top of it? I have no idea why in the world it's there. But it is what it is. Now, when you're removing shelving, a lot of times these, of course, they'll be pushed all the way in. This piece gets flat right there, and it's a little hard to get off to pull the anchor. So you might need something that looks like this. Now, this is actually from an auto body panel kit to pop the rivets. So yeah, that little face is bent, and it's sharpened down, so you use like a little pry bar and pop up. That helps you get these things out. Now, this one's not particularly sharp, but you can find these things online and in stores. I went looking all over Murfreesboro trying to find one to make it easier, because you can pinch the head of that with some pliers, but it wants to slide off, and it's just hard to do, and it just takes a while. It gets a little aggravating. If you use a pry like this, now this one, like I say, comes from an auto body kit to pop panels off, but you can also find them that look just about like that from Lowe's and Amazon, all kind of places. They're called, you might look for different names, but they're called pin pullers, staple pullers. You might see them also as brad pullers, tack pullers. They're basically just a screwdriver with a split fork in the front of it. We often use these, like I say, just to pry stuff up. So that can help getting your shelves off the wall. Hello, I'm Delbridge of Benchmark Realty, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. If you are currently unrepresented and would like to know how to compare up to 3 properties side by side and room by room, then go over to my new YouTube channel, Call Del to Sell. That's 1 L in Del, no spaces. Watch the demo on Real Scout, and then call me and we'll set up your exclusive ad-free account today. And here's tip number 2. It's really a continuation of 2 other videos that I did on wall repair using sheetrock mud. The first one was a gouge. I don't know about you, but sometimes living in a house, I end up making a dig into a wall, and we did a video on that using just filling in and then painting over. Now, the second one we did, we actually used patch tape or mesh tape, however you want to call it. We used it to fix under the window before we put the trim up. Now, this time is really a small one, but it's just an example of something that happens to me quite often. You know, even though I may use a frog tape brand or 3M sharp liners or whatever it might be called, I sometimes get a tape lift where I take the paint off. And this is just a little bit of a way that we can fix one. Around a thermostat, I had some tape that pulled the paint off the wall, and this is how you can use sheetrock mud just to take care of that. Now, what I do is I cut a little cat's eye around the part where the tape lifted the paint, and then I fill it in just with sheetrock mud, and then we paint over it. So let's see how that repair went. And that is after the little repair, and I will put it back in place so that we can really draw our eye to where the tape pull was in just a second. Well, here is the final results using sheetrock mud to fill in the paint that pulled off. It's a neat little trick. Here is the layer of paint. You can see the hole in the middle, and I just kind of cut it like a little eye because it's hard to cut a circle in anything with a box cutter. But what do you think? We can get real close. We're right above the top there. Anyway,
It's just a little fix you might do to help an imperfection.